Nothing Really Matters, the Afrojack's remix. It is 7:38 on the weekend breakfast. So Matthew Legemaate, a 17-year-old, is joining me in studio tonight, this morning rather, together with Carl van Reenen and Cindy Goldie. These young individuals are here because Matthew Legemaate is obviously one of the people that is in need of organ donation. And very often we obviously realize that many people are in dire straits in this country, but there's not many people that are in position or even know how to donate their organs, and if they can as well. So a very good morning to you first, Carl van Reenen. Thank you very much for joining us in studio this morning.
Thank you.
That noise that you hear in the background is actually a part of Matthew's oxygen tank. And Matthew obviously needs organ donation. What specific organs does he require?
Matthew is actually a double lung and heart recipient, or requiring recipient. From Crisis Medical point of view, we are trying our best to try and push the drive for an increase in organ donors in South Africa. The Organ Donor Foundation has a Save 7 campaign where the principle behind it is one person can save 7 lives.
Sure.
So should you become a donor, you'll be saving 7 lives. Crisis Medical, we live by our philosophy of make every second count. And we've taken the opportunity to come on board with Matthew to actually go ahead and make every second count. And as far as we're concerned, he's an incredibly brave young man, and we'll do anything we can to try and support him in his need and in his drive to create awareness. So what we're doing here today is to just try and get an awareness out to the ECR listeners and just try and increase the amount of organ donors so that we can save 7 and make every second count.
Sure. Cindy Goldie is here from Gateway Private Hospital. Cindy, welcome. Thank you very much for joining us. What is your role in organ donation?
I'm a heart and lung transplant coordinator. We're the only centre in the country that performs the transplant that Matthew requires, a combined heart and lung transplant. One of only 2 centres in the country that do lung transplants. There is no state facility currently that performs lung transplantation. My role in it is educating the recipients or potential recipients, doing all their medical workup, dealing with their medical aids. On the day I do the logistics, and crisis are vital to me because here in Durban they do all our surgical team and organ movements from airports, hospitals and things like that. I assist in the procedure in theatre, and I look after the patients post-operatively in a clinic environment. They kind of stuck with me for life.
Sure. Let's go back to you, Kyle. You know, we know the South Sea Sharks are heavily involved in organ donation at the moment, and obviously word is now spreading to the rest of the Magic Province about organ donation. How can people find out more about it? You know, many people are quite ignorant about organ donation. What are some of the procedures that people need to go through in order to find out if they are, if they are keen to go and donate their organs?
Yeah, 100%. I know the Sharks have that new foundation where you can go onto their website, and they've got links through to the SA Organ Donor site. And we also are punting it extensively on our Facebook page, and soon we will have an active hybrid link on our webpage that will link you straight across to the Organ Donor Foundation, where you can go on and you can register. And it really is, I mean, Cindy will explain a little bit further, but it really is an easy procedure. You go on, you give your ID number, your name, etc. You fill out a couple of forms, and you wait a little bit, and your membership pack comes in the post, which includes a nice little membership card as well as a sticker for your ID book. And yeah, from then you're effectively going to be saving 7 lives.
Cindy, with that being said, I'm able to save 7 lives. Do I have to pass on first, or how does it work?
Organ donors, solid organ donors, those who can save 7 lives, are patients that have sustained an injury to their head, whether it be from assault, a stroke, a car accident, and they're in a very specific position where, sorry, that's Matthew's machine alarming, saying it needs a battery change, where they end up with a very specific type of head injury, resulting in what we call brain stem death, a very specific parts of the brain. And that brain is tested by 2 different doctors separate from the transplant team, and once a second test is done, in this country we do 2, many countries only do 1, that patient is clinically deceased. That's their date and time of death. Although their heart is still beating, they're still kept survive on life support. And transplant coordinators will then come in and liaise with the family and find out what their loved one's end of life wishes were, like organ donation.
Let's talk to Matthew now. Matthew, my friend, thank you so much for coming into studio today. Okay, so you're a 17-year-old young lad, and what are some of your favorite sports that you like watching or you like getting, involved in? What is some of your favorite programs on television? What do you do as a young 17-year-old?
I enjoy my rugby. I support the Sharks, and I'm also an archer. I do archery as a sport for recreation.
What's your message to people out there, that want to be involved, and might not be in your case specifically, but people in and around the country? What's a little message that you can say to people that are listening in right now?
Well, people can just, if they become an organ donor, they'll be able to save 7 lives and impact those 7 people with a new chance and a new beginning of life. So becoming one, you become someone's hero and savior.
You've got a Facebook page, Matthew, at the moment. It's called Matthew's Life Come Along for the Drive. And I've just seen it. It looks phenomenal. What's that all about?
It is a page to bring awareness for organ donation. It's about my story from birth all the way through to when I get my transplant. And we're just sharing how my life experiences with people, so to bring them aware of organ donation.
Carl, some interesting and wonderful news coming from Crisis Medical Center. I've just heard that you're doing something really heartwarming for Matthew. What is it that you guys are up to?
Yes, as we said, we would love nothing more than to be partners with Matthew and really to go along for the journey with him. And from a Crisis Medical point of view, what we are going to be doing is we're going to be sponsoring all of his pre-hospital medical care for the next year. So what that means is that any form of emergency that he requires, Crisis Medical will obviously attend to free of charge.
That for me, that just gives me goosebumps, because we have so much to be thankful for in this world, and it's through good people like yourself and your team that makes it an even better world to live in. My eyes are actually swelling up right now. What's the one message, and before we let you guys go, how can people contact you, for example, Cindy, if they want to be involved, as well as you, Carl? How can people contact you as well? I know about the Facebook page, and I'm going to share that on my Facebook page as well. If you're just joining us, we're talking to Matthew Legemaate, a 17-year-old. He's in need of heart and lung transplant. His page is at Matthew's Life Come Along for the Drive. I urge you to go and support it as well in any way you can. Cindy?
I think the biggest thing is Google the Organ Donor Foundation, log on to their website, sign up as an organ donor if that's your wish. It is, however, as simple as telling your family, I'd like to be a donor. Or likewise, if they don't want to be, help your family, should you unfortunately be in that position, be able to say, I'm an organ donor, or they didn't want to be. Have the discussion. We want to create the awareness, create the discussion.
Sure. And Kyle, if people want to get in touch with you guys as well in order to assist in what you do?
Yeah, if you have any questions or in any way that we can help you, especially with the Organ Donor Foundation, at any time if you see one of our vehicles on the road, obviously if they're not attending to an emergency, feel free to have a chat to them. What we will do is, in time, we will be placing some of the Organ Donor Foundation pamphlets and information into our vehicles as well. So if you see one of the Crisis Medical team members, at any time, just give them a stop and have a chat to him. We will be briefing the guys a little bit further on how to join the foundation and how to come along with the journey and make every second count.
Sure. So Matthew, you've been in a lot of rides so far. What are some of your favorites that you've been in already?
One of my favorites was on Desi's race over Norrington McLaren MP-4.
Phenomenal. Right, so have you guys, has Matthew been with you guys already in your response vehicles?
No, not as yet. We decided to come through and give you guys a visit first, but yeah, we will be taking Matthew along in our rapid response vehicle, just for a little bit of a drive around.
Where are you guys going to? Which route are you following?
That's still to be decided. I think we just need to see what the traffic's like, but obviously it will be a safe route within our greater Durban North area that we cover.
Matthew, we wish you all the best, and God bless you, my friend, and as well as Carl and Cindy, thank you very much for coming into the studio today. We wish you all the best with your endeavours, and keep on doing what you're doing. All the best as far as East Coast Radio is concerned. We have, we will support you in any way we can.
Thank you.
Thank you
Cheers,
for
bye-bye.
this opportunity.
Thank you so much.